Jay, obviously, it didn't. That sequence at the end there with the fumble or incompletion, touchdown return, but how frustrating was the game as a whole that it even came down to that?
Well, I mean, they're a good team on defense. It's frustrating. I think we're better than that up front. We're better than that at receiver, dropping balls, and we're better than that at quarterback. So we all had our hand in it. Play callers. Offensively, it wasn't good enough, obviously. Still had a chance to win there in a 2-minute defense, kept us in the game, but unfortunately, turnover for touchdown cost us.
Coach, Kirk seemed to have trouble hooking up with the receivers. Do you think that's a result of new receivers just not having enough time to work together?
Yeah, it could be. I'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what the defense was allowing and see where our progressions takes us on certain plays. I'll have to go back and look at the tape and see. We'd have some uncharacteristic drops, though, which we can have.
Jay, going back to that fumble that Fletcher Cox returned, have you had a chance to review it? How close of a call was that? Did you think it was the right call?
He said they couldn't tell if the ball ever left his hand or not, so they couldn't, since they called a fumble on the field, they couldn't overturn it because they didn't have a good view. It sounded like it was rejected, blocked, but I don't know. I can only go by what they call.
Jay, what did you think about the intercepted throw at the goal line by Kirk?
Not good. I mean, we're down two. We're down two, and we have to protect the ball right there. Protect the ball.
Jay, Josh Oxen's obviously been in and out throughout the entire preseason. It looks like he was on some kind of pitch count, obviously in and out a lot today. Is he fully healthy? Is he fully prepared to to start fully at wide receiver? Like, what's his situation?
Yeah,
right
we're getting him back in there. We're making sure he's 100% healthy and ready to go and can handle practice after practice, game after game. He will get more and more reps as the season progresses.
Jay, what did Terrell Pryor tell you about that first play of the game, if he had the sun in his eyes or what? And also, after the drop, I think on that drift route, he didn't go back in the last two series. Was it related to the drops?
Yeah, I just put we're starting at 2 minutes. I put Josh in. Usually in 2 minutes we get the ball out of bounds. We make substitutions there anyway, so we went with Josh in the first play at 2 minutes, and Terrell would have gone back in there too. No big deal.
What did you say about the drop, the first play of the game?
He never saw it.
Coach, it was a sloppy game from both teams. Do you attribute that to, first game jitters, rust? What are you going to tell your guys to, kind of get back to the basics so you can actually drive down the field and whatnot?
Yeah, I think you can attribute sloppy offensive play to good defensive play. I think our defense did some good things other than the third down percentage. I think their defense did some outstanding things. They gave us problems with their pass rush. We knew they had good pass rushers, but they were able to harass Kirk and just never let him get comfortable, until we started getting some drives together. We got the ball out of his hands quicker with some timing stuff. But overall, hats off to them, Coach Schwartz and the Eagle defense.
Coach, on a positive note, can you talk about the play of Norman and Breland?
They played great. They've had a great training camp, and got to keep going. We have, I said all along, these are the type of games we're going to have. We got to protect the football. 2 key turnovers, one in scoring position and one to give them a touchdown. It comes down to those and then third down percentages. And then we were 0 for 2 in the red zone again. So if you look at the stats, usually you can tell you're a winner or loser from there.
Yeah, you just mentioned third downs and red zone, the 2 big problems from last year carrying over. How frustrating is that's still a nut you can't seem to crack?
Yeah, it's frustrating. You have Jameson breaking wide open on a little option route, and we overthrow it by Harry. Gets a little pressure, and they intercept it. So the difference, we're close. Obviously, close isn't good enough.
Coach, 2 things. Did New York tell the officials on the field that they couldn't tell what happened?
That's what I was told. Yes. They couldn't tell.
Okay, so since they called it a fumble, New York couldn't overturn it.
Correct.
And Terrell losing the ball, did he lose it in the sun, or did he just
first play?
Yes.
Or the one backed up?
The first play.
I don't know if he ever saw it, so I don't think he lost it in the sun. I don't think he ever saw it. Kirk threw it really early, and I don't think he was expected to be in the air that soon.
On that, the interception that he was trying to hit Crowder on, as you said, you're down 2 there. It's a situational thing. How much are you talking to him and reminding him of situations versus how much does he need to just innately know that and plan accordingly as an NFL starting quarterback?
I mean, it's anytime you're in the red zone, it's third down, you're going to expect some kind of all-out cover 0 blitz, and that's what they gave us, and we didn't handle it very well. But anytime you're down there, you're going to protect the football. You got to be safe with the ball, and it was a good rush. I think the ball just sailed on him just a hair, unfortunately.
You also had a muff punt, and Kirk Early had a strip sack fumble. Just too many of those mistakes throughout.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
4 turnovers. Or you have 4 turnovers, 0 for 2 in red zone, 3 for 10 on third down. They were 8 for 13 on third down. It doesn't. You don't have to look at the stat sheet very long to see who won and lost.
Anything else?
That it?
That's fine.
Thank you.
Sure.